Hello, right. So the party is in Penderley Abbey. I take it you've rested for a week, so you've had your long rest and relaxation and convalesced somewhat, so you're all back at full hit points. You have all of your stuff recharged. Is that correct?
Yep.
Good. Right. Okay. Well, it's up to you. What are you doing?
I think we should get Arch to cozy up to one of the nobles.
But why?
Oh, I thought you wanted to be a pet.
But why?
If you don't want to, that's fine.
I don't think we've actually been introduced to Uzlu's character yet.
I'm currently fetching my equipment, and by which I mean listing it in my character sheet. So you'll have to give me a sec.
I meant more like in the story. I think you're at the Abbey praying, but we haven't really talked to you yet.
Yeah.
But seriously, Arch, didn't you want the protection of a noble house?
Not necessarily.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Father Stavros then, if you're undecided.
If you want to go and speak to Bishop Stavron, yeah.
Stavron. God damn it, why can't you just make easier names? Alright. Hello, NPC with a difficult name.
Okay, but what? Yeah, I mean, it's just, the morning. He's doing his usual morning rounds, just doing what he needs to do.
I ask him if there's any way I can help the poor today.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, he says you can help the poor today by going down to the market and finding some aloe vera salve.
Sounds lovely.
Aloe vera.
It's moderately rare.
What a
he gives
great
you-
use of my talents.
He gives you a small pouch with 10 gold pieces in, and says to buy as much as you can for the money he's given you.
Alright.
And whoever's like binging, can you just mute whatever the thing is, please?
Yep. You guys coming?
I'll go with you, V.
We're going to buy salve for 10 fucking gold coins.
Yeah, I asked Brother Stavron, does he have a cart?
He says yes, but why would you need it?
You gave me 10 gold pieces. I assume there's a lot of aloe vera for...
No, it's rare.
Okay.
Fucking. This priest is loaded. I still say we kill him and steal his shit.
No, it's my master. He knows the way.
He knows the way.
So, yeah, he just wants you to bring back as much aloe vera as you can get. What's salve?
Okay. That's...
Disgusting, but okay.
Okay. Well, as we head to the market, we can also buy some armor, because now I have gold.
Yeah, we've each got 100, don't we?
Besides Arch, he didn't want to find the way.
Archie, you coming with us? Or is it just going to be the two of us?
No, I'll come along.
Okay.
That's too bad. I was going to steal the horse.
I
Anyone
wonder
want to
why...
introduce themselves to Uzulu's character?
Oh, yeah.
Take him with you.
No, we've just left him behind.
Wouldn't it be more story sense if Father Stavron...
Yeah, I think it kind of has to be natural.
Fine. But,
Doesn't have to be the brother, though.
Bishop Stavron says, we have a new arrival in the village, and they are from far away, and they are not used to our culture and our people. And I would like you, despite this, they are a sister of the faith. And I would like you to keep in mind the holy writ of Eroth and take care of them as you would your own family.
I nod. Who is this pleasant lady? That
The giant barbarian with pink hair.
sorry.
The giant barbarian man with pink hair.
My jaw drops in disgust. Father Stavron, surely you can't be serious.
He cites the required passages to make you believe this bullshit.
I cite some counter-required passages.
He just smiles at Eugene and he says, acolytes, we're not here for a theological discussion. We have a poor person in need, so I need you to take care of them for the church.
Brother Stavron can see the disgust on my face. However, I do not. Whatever the Lord requires.
Okay, well, you need
I'm
to
going to
take
smile
Wendy
and
with
nod.
you. Wendy or Wendigar, I'm not sure the name I'm supposed to use.
Currently Wendy.
I asked the monk to talk. I asked the monk to talk to the thing.
Okay, well, I think you need to sort your pronouns out, so...
Yeah, well, I'm female when out of combat and male during combat.
Wow, that's
Simple.
Really misogynist.
You're
No.
combat fluid.
It makes a lot of sense.
I'm not saying it
Because
doesn't.
during combat, right, there are people that I have to destroy. So toxic masculinity is the best way to do it.
It's fair.
I mean, that's the modern interpretation. Obviously, Wendell guy wouldn't know anything about toxic masculinity.
Well, I mean, you say that, but maybe.
It depends what the Holy Book says, I guess.
Yeah. Like, he may have come to the conclusion on his own that masculinity is toxic, or she.
So was one of you saying something to me? I didn't hear it. You are.
I'm just going to put one hand of acceptance on your shoulder and nod silently.
I, too, have thought about becoming a woman.
We
Hello,
was
boys.
queens.
Okay, well, you're free to go at any time.
Well, I have an axe to lend, and you guys look like you could use a strong pair of chests like mine.
Oh, okay, then. So you're going down to the market, yeah?
I will accompany you to the market, lads.
We know the
Sounds
way.
good.
Right, okay. It takes you about 2 hours to walk down there. It's about midday, it's bustling. It's a huge sort of central area, and you can see various just various camps. I mean, it's not just one market, there are lots of different markets, but there are various camps, there are various tents with banners, lots of men in armor wandering around, lots of people on horses, lots of peasants all doing various peasant jobs. You've got market callers, people calling from the market with various wares. It's interesting sights and sounds and smells. And if you want to try and find what you're looking for, you can do an investigation check of some sort, whichever.
Boys, I must visit the clothier.
How are the peasants reacting to Wendy?
I imagine they are.
Yeah, you clear a space. People are generally more just ignoring you and trying to get away from you if you come too close.
I stride proudly, but in a somewhat feminine way.
You can get barbarian style high heels if you like.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm in the market for.
I figured so.
Yeah, so is there a clothier or some sort of accessorizing shop?
Yeah, I mumbled to Wendy, cover those tits up.
There are women's clothes stores, yeah.
All right, do they have any in extra large?
No.
That's a shame.
All
but I kind of
of
expected
these
it.
sort of shopkeepers you approach, they just kind of, I mean, if they're not outright hostile to you, they and just insulting you is disgusting. They're very, very contained, and they generally give you some version of the refrain, "We don't have your size."
Do they have burqas though?
No, they've got like shawls and like stuff like that.
Well, I guess after a while of searching around so that I can fulfill my urges, I walk out of the marketplace slightly less confident than I walked in.
We could find a tailor.
You could find a tailor.
That's true, but that's probably going to cost more money than I have. I'm not sure how much money I do have, actually. Does it say how much I get at the beginning?
I believe it was
Speaking
like
of money, V.
Yeah, I did give you.
Good boy.
Fully settled into the entitlement of an aristocrat.
Well,
I'm
it's
the one who
more like a
does-
shark, like a moneylender, rather than.
That's another good point, V. Interest.
No.
Okay, before I do my shopping, I have one piece of early artwork to share.
Oh, God.
Have they invented compound interest yet at this time?
It's in the Skype call.
Right. So what is it you're doing at the market?
Well, let's find the aloe vera thingy.
Alternatively,
You need to do some sort of investigation roll.
just go talk to a guard or something.
I mean, it's you need to like search basically.
Nobody wants to search. We want to take the 10 gold coins and leave.
I mean, you can do that, but you're going to get in trouble with the bishop.
I'll give it a search.
Um,
Oops.
You can't find an apothecary stall with aloe vera salve.
Hold on. Let's see.
What stat does investigation take?
Okay, so with the booming voice that quakes the ground, the faithful require the help of an apothecary. Can someone direct me towards it?
Me and my horse quietly step away from V.
Yeah, there's a general kind of a general immediate commotion, and after you finish speaking, everyone just kind of looks around, like what the fuck was that?
I maintain my seriousness and I look around for the faithful to guide me towards the shop.
Okay. After a few moments, when people realize that nothing's about to happen, like no one's under attack, there's nothing about to die, they just carry on with their day.
Fucking cut.
I mean, I'm probably the stupidest person in the party. I could take a go at it if that's what the bishop wants. For all the hospitality he's given me, let's go for some investigation.
Go ahead.
I got a -1 on investigation.
Oh, I mean, that's better than Dev's roll.
Yeah, after about an hour of searching, you find a small apothecary store that has aloe vera salve. It's 5 gold pieces for a small pot.
I will take 4. Fuck it, I'll take 5.
You were only given 10 gold pieces.
How many do we need?
As many as you can get for 10 gold pieces.
Oh,
No, Sargon. Did this work? The Romanian stated, "I'll take 4," and hands the man 10 gold.
That is a good point.
It didn't work, no.
Should I roll for like business transaction or whatever?
I think this is sleight of hand. You pay for 2 and take 4.
You can try and barter with him, I suppose.
Hold on, before I do that, I will cast a spell which gives me advantage on charisma rolls.
Do you think he's going to carry on doing business with you?
We'll see. So enhance ability. I will enhance charisma. Basically, my charisma rolls are on an advantage.
Okay. He sees you casting a spell and
It's
he
a prayer.
crosses himself and says, no. In, sort of like, imagine sort of like a Catholic peasant saying this. He just, no. He's deathly afraid of what you're doing.
I look towards him and I say, "Calm, my son. It is just a prayer towards the prophet."
He looks like he's on the verge of pissing himself.
Yeah, I approach him calmly. I mean you no harm.
He starts freaking out. He starts calling for guards.
Okay. I hit V in the back of the head with my sword and drag his limp body back outside,
Okay.
Okay.
making a sign of sorry to the fucking clerk. Just like, excuse my manservant, he's an idiot.
Well, you're at a tent in the middle of the market and people are looking at you like, holy fuck.
That's why I'm chastising him, so they understand.
Probably for the
Don't I?
best.
Aren't I dressed like a priest? Like, wouldn't he?
Yes, you are dressed like a priest.
And aren't my spells prayers?
Your spells are spells, V.
yeah.
Most prayers are prayers.
Okay, good to know for future reference.
I told you this before you even started the campaign.
Okay.
After having dragged V a certain distance, I hand the money to Devo and go, "You buy the fucking salve instead."
How are you on charisma rolls, Devo?
Pretty poor.
Ah. Do you have anyone that's better? What is your charisma? Maybe I could give it a go.
My charisma is -1.
Same here. Best of luck.
I look infuriated. As a follower of the faith, did not know his place.
I'm
Okay, so
just going
are
to.
you going in there? Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna politely apologize for V's antics. He's.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain that he's like a traveling sideshowman.
He's basically a circus clown.
I spit in disgust as you do not know the way.
Stop
And I will
scaring the
try
peasant,
to
right?
convince him to sell us the 2 pots that we need.
Yeah, after about 10 minutes of calming the poor fellow down, he agrees to sell you the 2 pots.
All right, I'll add that to my.
Lovely. The nice little shopping trip almost ended in us getting arrested, but otherwise fine.
Yeah, but I have papers at the end of the day. It's not like.
Haben Sie Papieren?
I have papers, so I didn't do anything wrong. Okay.
Speaking of
Imagine-
papers, any guards nearby of interesting insignias?
There are loads of. I mean, there are soldiers standing around who've got various different kinds of insignias on their uniforms, on their armor. Not all of them are doing stuff. I mean, a lot of them are fraternizing and whatnot.
Fraternizing. How filthy.
It's disgraceful.
Well, I guess we should go and play with the nobility.
By the way, I'm just buffed on charisma rolls, so if you want me to persuade something, just
Yes, you can come along. Just make sure you're one step behind me at all times.
Wait. Before we leave the stall, I wanted to actually ask the shopkeeper, since he is an apothecary. I have these 3 bottles of water that might not actually be bottles of water. I want to see if you can identify them.
Yeah, he says he'll have a look at them for 2 copper pieces.
How many coppers do I have? I have 12. I have 12, so I'll give him 2. You can check them out.
Those grows half an inch.
Jewing, you just say that you'll bring me back if he if he doesn't tell you what they are.
Far more importantly, how do you have 12 copper that I haven't stolen yet?
I guess you just didn't notice it.
Let me quickly check your carriage sheet. Let me see. So what was it? Just the 3 bottles of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes them. He has a look at them, looks them through the light, opens it up, has a sniff, then eventually has a quick taste, and then hands it back and says, "This is water."
Okay, that's good. Confirmed water identified.
Best copper pieces ever.
This is officially water. You can.
What the fuck are like 1,000 people watching this? Jesus.
Clearly, Devo does not deserve his copper. I will rectify the situation soon.
Archie, you really going to let them get away with wasting money like this?
I am fucking not.
This is the thing. Like people think, the rich got rich because they stole it. No, it's just they didn't spend it on identifying bottles of water. That's what they get.
To be fair, right? To be fair, a scroll of identify is 100 gold, so you're lucky the GM was lenient on this.
We're good. We're going to do a sleight of hand check as soon as I see Devo again. Don't you worry.
There is literally nothing to identify here. It's just a bottle of water.
You have an unidentified bottle of some shit, so I assume you could have just.
Yeah, but it's not in any way magical.
You don't know.
I do know, actually.
You do, but like, what if the player doesn't know?
I was honestly suspecting it was vodka.
No, you do have a bottle of wine, though, don't you? So
Yeah, I do.
yeah, there's that.
I wanted to Molotov it into the giant ants last time, but I didn't get a chance to.
I don't think it's as dangerous as you think.
Speaking of giant ants,
Yes.
we should find a armorer to see if he can fashion anything interesting out of the corpse I'm carrying.
Oh, good point.
That's a cool idea, yeah.
You can have an investigate if you want.
Can I go talk to the fucking guards?
I mean, you can talk to some soldiers that are standing around.
Well,
Yes.
Let's do the armory thing first, right? Or
Well, that was what I was going to ask them for.
I don't know shit.
No, you can't find
Many
suitable
people.
armorer. V.
Too many heathens.
Someone else can have a look if they want. Uzlu.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. I take it you're looking for the same thing.
The same what?
What are you doing an investigation for?
I
No, I
didn't.
did an investigation. It was for the armorer, and he said that no.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that was a different thing. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, no, you can't find one, V. Sorry.
I'll bother a soldier for direction. Excuse me, my son. Would you happen to know where I could find the armory?
Yeah, that's taken into account in the investigation role.
Oh, I thought charisma would have been for bothering
No,
people.
like the investigation is you looking, you spending time
Right,
talking to
right.
people, looking around, You can't find anyone appropriate today. Neither can you, Arch, I'm afraid.
In that case, I'm going to wander off and see if I can find just a regular soldier. Introduce myself. Guten Tag.
Yep, there are lots of regular soldiers around. What kind of soldier are you looking for?
Someone with heraldry.
There are lots of people with heraldry.
Well, that's the one then.
Was wünschen Sie, kleine Scheiße?
I mean, there are just lots of people with heraldry around.
There should be at least 4. Wasn't there 4 dudes who control the camp?
Well, there are lots of areas of the camp that have guards with different heraldry on.
Okay, but do they have a unifying heraldry for their faction within the camp?
Yeah, but you're not in anyone's camp. You're in like a public market area.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm going to go and ask with them about the factions.
Oh yeah, I mean you can just go up to the nearest one. Okay, he's got a golden lion rampart on a crimson background, as a small piece of heraldry sewn into the top of his uniform.
He's got a golden lion wall.
Rampart. No, it means
Rampant.
like laying back or something, or laying forward.
So it's a Lannister.
Not necessarily, no. But there are no Lannisters. What are you talking about?
So it is a Lannister. Okay. Hello, Jamie.
I don't know the fucking Game of Thrones things. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you ask him who he serves, he says he serves Prince Emeric of Margaros.
Unimportant.
I am asking for general information about the lords controlling the camp. And also his opinion on them.
Want him to
He
gossip.
looks kind of nervous. He just says, well, each lord has their own camp, and I don't really know anything about anything.
You want me to interrogate him? Because I have advantage on.
No, V, sit. Don't annoy the people with the weapons.
He's very clearly a commoner.
I clap my tongue as I look at the Lord.
He's not a lord. He's a
No,
commoner.
Arch is my Lord.
All right. Okay.
Shut up.
All right. I'll ask him for directions to the various camps. If you can, point out the general area so I can find them.
Yeah, he points you to, in just various directions. The camp of Majaros, which is headed by Prince Emeric. The camp of Mior, which is headed by Duke Losian. The camp of Visha, which is headed by Baron Monva. And a bunch
Make
of others.
these names any harder to remember, please.
No, I didn't pronounce them. So, but
You could actually. You could make them Asian names.
No. The worst ones are like Aztec names. They're fucking impossible. It's like Cthulhu speak.
Yeah. The ones with clicky language is also like African names.
Yeah. So yeah,
Clicky
think so
languages.
lucky, Arch.
I look at Arch and I whisper, my Lord, if we're going to suck dick, can we at least go to the prince?
I look at V and go, no, we're going to go to the Duke, specifically because you didn't say so.
Fine.
Are we going to do a Mayan campaign next, Sargon, with all the appropriate names?
Holy fuck! I just couldn't even try.
Why is there no love for the Apache? It's always the Mayans or the Aztecs. Never
Because
the
they built stuff. That's why.
Oh, okay, so in order to do something, then be remembered, you need to build shit, like put a brick on top of another.
Yeah. Literally, if you don't put a brick on top of another brick, no one cares.
Did the Zulu even do that? They put a straw on top of another straw.
Yeah. That's right.
If your civilization didn't have pyramids, it basically didn't exist.
Yeah. You know there are pyramids in Bosnia?
Yeah, there's
They
pyramids
have-
all over the world. It's a really common shape.
Yeah.
Okay,
for structures.
normal people call them ziggurats. Everything else is savage.
No, they don't. Ziggurat's something specific.
Let's go to the Duke.
The pyramid is the shape, right? The ziggurat is a specific building, so...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, sorry, who are you going to?
We're going to go to the Duke.
Duke Locian of Mior.
The Duke.
The Duke.
He's not the only Duke.
He is, as
Yeah,
far as
he is.
I'm concerned.
He
you
is
can,
the
You
Duke.
can go up to the encampment of Muir. I mean, it's all of these are really big. This is the thing. You have we're talking. I don't know, must 100, 200 tents, housing about 10,000 men, with all of the sort of ancillary people. Peasants, farm, working girls, kids who are doing jobs. Like it's like a mobile city.
The smell must be lovely.
No, it's horrible. It's the whole fucking thing's horrible. But everything you've ever smelt has been horrible, so you don't really notice. But
I love this explanation.
well, it's just that's what medieval life would have been like. It's gross. But okay, yeah, you approach the camp. A pair of guards come over and stop you, saying, "Halt! What's your business here?" Why is that funny?
It is, I saw the picture posted. I'm just
Oh, I haven't seen the picture. Where is it?
a normal day. Let V play. And like, yes, we try, but he keeps ruining shit like picking on apothecarians.
Deserved it. Did not know the way.
I would like to purchase one ethnostate disguise kit for 4 silver pieces. I have plus 2 charisma modifier from my Dickie Spencer Dars Club medallion.
I legitimately thought that cleric spells are prayers, because that's what it says in the manual, but no.
After Kraut, you need another German at your side. Someone who does not stab you in the back and you can blame everything that is wrong for in the EU. That's any German, I think you'll find.
I think having a German at your side is equivalent to having a German at your back.
Yeah, let's be honest, right? Who's ever been in a war and gone, God, I wish I had the Germans on my side?
The Italians, which tells you all you need to know.
The Japanese, yeah.
Exactly.
And the Romanians.
And the Austrians. Well, that wasn't so much of a choice.
Right, okay. So yeah, the 2 guards come over and they're not being impolite, they're just, excuse me, my lord, what's your business today?
Good evening, brother. Do you know the way to Uganda?
Okay, come on, let's be serious.
The meme spreads when you let it spread, Arch.
Yes, but V's been doing it all day, and I want to as well.
Maybe that's why it spreads.
Exactly. It's very contagious. Right,
Yeah.
I'll introduce myself, yada yada yada, list of titles, my grandfather, introduce
You
V.
don't
my
have a very
peoples.
long list of titles.
Details.
So Arch from a kingdom
I'll
that no
make a
longer
few up.
exists.
Just make a few up, yeah.
I mean, that won't go badly. That in a world where title is fucking everything, you literally have a piece of paper you have to carry around to prove who you are. Making up a bunch of titles just be fine.
You know what? Why don't you let him do this shit? Like, why are you letting me cast the spell and you're not letting him say the title? I call favoritism.
Well, he didn't actually make any up.
He wanted to make up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he
not-
actually cast the
He's my
spell.
manservant so that he can come with
but
me.
you are Sir Arch of Dathane, I think it is.
Bollywood.
And what?
Let's be on the dexterity.
That sounds French, Sargon. I protest.
Well, this is a medieval setting, I'm afraid.
Well, can I be Arch of something that doesn't sound like I eat baguettes?
Look, Arch, maybe you conquered the French city, and that's how you became whatever you are of it.
He was born French.
Yeah, but I would rename something. Right.
That's cruel, Sargon.
I know. Look,
What?
not everyone could be able-bodied. Okay, I'm just.
Arch of Worst there. Yeah.
But the guards.
Arch of Nuremberg.
The guards, they sort of give you a short salute. Say, what can we do for you, my lord?
They don't even ask me for my papieren.
No, you look like a noble.
Good. Well, I'm looking for audience with their noble. I'm assuming they're to the Duke, yes? Not some
Yeah.
other minor noble under the Duke?
It might be worth writing the people you're talking about down because they'll probably come up again.
Yes, this one is named Lear of whatever.
Duke Locian of Mior. I'll copy and paste it so you can see how it's.
And it'd be like Duke Bob.
There you go.
This is med school all over again. Everyone who invented some shit or discovered an artery needs to have like a French name.
Welcome to medieval politics, V. Right, okay, anyway. You're asking for an audience, yeah?
Yes, I'm requesting an audience for the Duke Losian of Leor.
Okay.
Losian of aloe vera.
The guard says, well, forgive me, my lord, but I will need to see your papers, and I can make a request, but I can make no guarantees.
Yeah, papieren.
I take it you're giving them the papers?
Yes.
Okay. He spends a period of time looking at them, and then hands them back, and he seems to recognize you as an aristocrat. He says, "Where are you staying, my lord? I'll send a runner over if I hear, if you manage to get an audience with the prince or the duke. Sorry."
I'll give him the address.
Of what?
Description of the cloister we're staying in, I guess.
Well, so the Abbey. You can tell me the Abbey.
Yeah.
That does look bad when the audience comes over. The aristocrats staying at the Abbey.
Why is that bad?
Yeah, you could be a traveling aristocrat.
You'd think you'd be staying at the inn, though.
Well, it's
Depends
simply
how religious he is.
easier.
I don't think there's going to be a massive prejudice if you're staying at the Abbey. And to be honest with you, the inns are fucking full, man.
Oh.
So I don't think there's going to be a social stigma attached to it.
Okay.
Plus, they're currently pampering us at the Abbey, so better to stay there.
Well, with stone beds.
Ask him if we can use the armorer in there.
Spiritually good for you.
No, V, we're not going to ask them to let us in and use their armor
Why?
because it's a stupid idea.
But anyway, yeah, he notes where you are and says, I'll send a runner as soon as I have a response from my lord.
I thank him curtly,
Mhm.
and then we'll head off to the next noble.
Okay, what the Baron?
Let's take Veshia now, because that sounds lovely.
Vaisha. So you are looking for Baron Monva of Vaisha. You go over to the Vaishan camp. It's a lot smaller than the Marjaros camp.
What if all of them accept?
Sorry?
Then we'll take them one by one, and simply play them up against each other.
I like the way you're doing this, Art.
I think that's a bad idea because it might offend them, mate.
I offend them. I'm just asking to talk to them. They don't know I'm looking for patronage.
Okay, yeah, it's like
I
enough
might
to
just
remind
be
me.
coming along for, to exchange pleasantries like you're supposed to.
Okay. Right. You head over to the Vaishan camp. It's a lot smaller. Probably about 30 tents. Not significantly more than sort of like 3,000 or 4,000 men, probably.
I whisper into Lord Archer. I think is desperate for men.
There's the heraldry on this one is a white swan on a green and red background. But again, as you head into the camp, guards approach you and say, "Good day, my lord. What can we do for you?"
Guten Tag. Zeig mich deinem Führer.
I don't speak German, but I'm taking that to mean take me to your leader.
Yes, precisely. See, you speak German.
No, I just
Yeah,
know
you
exactly
should,
the sort of thing you'd say.
Stargard, you should respond, Wo bist du, kleine Scheiße?
Are you a small shit?
No, who are you, you little shit?
Okay, right. See, my German isn't that bad, actually. I think he was trying to say that. Something like that. But okay, they go through the same procedure and ask you for your papers.
Yes, I give him my papers.
Okay, and he nods and says, right, I can request an audience with the Baron for you.
Yes, yes.
And he asks you to wait there, and he walks off. Comes back about 20 minutes later and says that if you come back the next morning at 9 o'clock, the Baron will be able to see you.
Good enough.
Okay.
We go to the
I
prince.
thank him and I wander off to the last camp. Now we can go see the Prince V.
It's not the last camp. I mean, there are fucking loads.
Sorry to interrupt this, but am I assumed to be with the party right now? Or am I still back at the market? Okay, so we're traveling together. That's fine. No worries.
We're not
We should
traveling
get
together.
minus charisma if Wendy is here, just saying.
Yeah, no. No. Wendy, stay.
Wendy's a
trying to
small
look-
independent woman?
I'm trying to look like a serious noble here.
So I'm guessing
I look deeply offended and seconds away from lashing out with you at you with some ideology, but I decide for the betterment of the new friendship, I'm going to stay outside the castles when you go in.
That's so noble of you. Because it hadn't really occurred to me that a giant pink-haired transgender barbarian might somewhat undermine Archer's attempt at looking like a noble.
See, that's actually why I asked if I was with the party.
That's a good point. I assume that Archer's been doing this on his own then.
I think it's fair to say that I probably did stay outside for the other two times, just because I'm trying to be a good friend
Basically, yeah.
to these bastards I've met.
That's very good of you. Right, okay, yeah, you can go over to the Mardaros camp. Yeah, these are the ones with the lion on the crimson background. This is by far the biggest camp.
Suitable for a Lannister.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably guess around, I don't know, 60, 70 tents. Maybe somewhere up to 20,000 men.
You're not going to get the way, Arch.
It's enormous, bustling, busy.
These people look like they might have the largest amount of money.
Archer's nose starts growing on command.
Right, I look around to ensure that no filthy barbarians are ruining my image.
That's the
Excuse
priest
me,
that-
I keep myself
These
very
there.
clean, thank you.
That's the priest that looks priestly next to you.
Mm-hmm. So you've got a gypsy tag along, I guess.
And is currently glowing like Chernobyl with his charisma spell.
You can find the guards there, yes.
Same procedures as last time.
The guards look at your papers and say, "I'm sorry, my lord, Prince Emmerich won't be able to see you."
I inquire as to why.
They say, "With all due respect, my lord, your station is not high enough."
Hold on. I tried to persuade him. He has the full backing of the church. Can I make a persuasion roll?
You're
Well,
the church,
technically
are you?
speaking.
Go ahead, V.
So it's a 23 because it's with advantage.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. Why do you have advantage? Oh, it's because you're a charisma thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. The guard, like, he looks conflicted, and he sort of bows his head a bit and says, it's always nice to see a patron of the church, but I'm afraid my lord has given me clear commands.
Your lord has given you clear commands to deny the church, has he? That is very interesting.
I just step back and I let Arch handle the rest of the conversation.
He looks nervous that he's not enjoying the conversation at all, but he clearly has no choice.
Well, I'm sure we can spin this in some interesting way.
You really want to pressure this? Because we can, if you want.
I actually kind of think we do. Fuck it, it'll be funny.
Go on, Arch, make a scene.
Not here. We're just gonna make some shit up and tell the bishop.
I might have to come in and do some Z snaps if they're going to be this bitchy to you.
He's not. He's being very respectful.
Yeah, I know.
I look up and down at him and I say, the bishop will hear about this.
He just nods and says, "As you wish."
Too bad they don't have name tags.
Well, we're not yelling at him specifically. We're yelling at his boss.
That's exactly right.
Now, lastly, the city itself.
You can go down to the city itself. It's on the coast. It's about 10 miles out from where you are. It's a long walk, I guess. So it's just over, rolling green fields, which are mostly covered with people doing things. And it's on a slight hill. Are you going to go all the way down the way?
As we're walking down the road, I pick some flowers.
That's very sweet. Okay, you arrive there sort of late afternoon. I assume you're going to try and go in through the gate?
Well, we're going to ask the gate guards for audiences with whoever rules the city, whatever title he has.
Or the King of Penderley?
King. Oh, I like kings.
Yeah. As you approach the gate, the guards, who are wearing an insignia that is a white shield with 3 black stripes on a blue background. See, I've done loads of preparation for this. The three guards in front of you say, "I'm afraid no one's coming into the city without an affiliation."
Oh, that's lovely. That's why we're here,
Did you
idiot.
say blue with white stripes?
I think so. What did I
Are
say?
you sure that this isn't Greece and that we're not about to get some debt?
a white shield with 3 black stripes on a blue background.
Right. That's slightly different.
Yes.
He wants to get affiliated.
Yeah,
Are we all together now again?
presumably.
Because I assumed that us degenerates just waited for Arch to do his rounds.
I presume so. I mean, are you going down to the city with him?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Right.
Yeah, let's go.
But yeah, the guards refuse your entry.
I'm going to show my Penderley papers.
Ooh.
Quick question. Would I know Dev in game?
Sorry, say again.
Would I know Dev in game? Because I've been at the Abbey for a little bit of time and he's like working there, so I'm guessing I would know him better than the rest of the party.
Probably, if you want. I don't know. Did you hang out with him? Is
That's a
Dev
good
tolerant
question.
of transgenders?
He looks like a tolerant character to me.
A tolerant fellow, because he's from Canada.
I see. Yes.
He's from this world's version of Canada as well. So, the guards say, "I appreciate that you're from the Abbey, but unfortunately, no one is allowed in without special permission from their lord, and you don't have special permission from your lord."
Or from the bishop, I assume.
Sorry,
Or from the bishop, I assume.
no, from one of the feudal lords. I mean, like, just think what the King of Penderley thinks about having all of these foreign troops on his doorstep.
Yeah, but we're with the local church, so
But you're also armed, and you don't have a lord that he can hold accountable for your behavior.
yeah, but can't he hold accountable the bishop?
Kind
no,
of,
no.
but,
This
like,
is,
you haven't
this is
pledged
kind of the
fealty
point.
to anyone.
We don't have any associations with anyone. Alex,
Yeah,
I'll
well-
tell the guard that we do not have a lord. We arrived recently. I would like an audience with the king to how do I word it?
Pledge field.
To suggest a solution to his Crusader conundrum.
What a final solution for the Crusader problem.
Yes, a final solution.
What kind of solution? The guard asks.
I'm interested as well as I look.
Isn't that a little above your pay grade?
The guard says that's true, but I'm also not allowed to bring someone of your station to before the king.
Shall we try persuasion?
No. Shit.
No.
Hey, I'm going to move tens upon tens of thousands of people. I'm just like the random guy that just arrived, but trust me, I will move everyone the fuck away. Okay.
No, but all I need is for him to send a message, really. There are nobles within the Crusader camps that would like to perhaps not be within the Crusader camp.
The guard asks, who are you talking about?
I asked the guard if he's particularly stupid.
He seems to be getting a bit more uncomfortable with this, and just curtly says, "I'm afraid you'll have to come back when you have patronage."
I'm gonna back away from this.
We're gonna have to break into the castle.
No.
It's a city.
Well, city, castle, much the same thing.
Okay, before I do my move, I've got 2 pieces of art here.
While I go through the art, shall I bust through from all the super chat?
Yeah, go on. Then. Yeah.
So for $50,
Jesus.
Sargon, if Anita Sarkeesian dealing victimization as currency, wasn't publicly abusing you, especially in such a catchy, memeable way, basically equivalent to giving you a large payment of cash, either as a bribe or as a covered show of support.
I agree that Anita Sarkeesian owes me money because of this. I should probably sue her. No. I don't personally deal in victimization as currency, so I could never cash that. So,
Oh, I see. That's what he was asking, right?
Yeah. But I'm sure she would.
This first art is Uzulu sighing over not being able to be a pretty princess.
Oh.
Actually, there's an animated version of it right here.
No way.
Yeah, of him walking. And the second art is Arch and V as V frightens the shopkeeper.
Well, to be fair, at least I'm not trying to break into a city.
That's true. Yeah. So Arch, you've just been told you will need to get patronage before you'll be allowed into the city.
Arch, wait 1 day, we get patronage, and then we come back. Don't leave.
Yeah, but the idea is we play everyone against everyone.
It's
Must
not
get
Game of
patronage from any single person.
Thrones.
But some wandering
Tyrion
knight
Lannister.
doesn't generally have the authority to just grab the attention of any king he likes.
That's why I'm suggesting I can solve his problem.
If you want, I can just use a spell, command him to let us in, but no.
Well, Arch, I don't mean to be a party pooper, but if you tell him that you can solve his problem, and then you go in there and you can't, he'll probably kill you.
I'll not kill him, but they will be disappointed.
It's going to be worse than if you don't lie to him. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Uzlu
You
does
know-
raise
okay.
a good point.
The simplest thing is, he doesn't have anybody in their camp. They're all loyal to them. I am presenting the opportunity to have a person that is loyal to him, the king, in their camp.
There are tens of thousands of people. Why do you think he doesn't have anyone in the camp?
Do you think he has?
I'm pretty sure he might.
He might.
I mean, I know it's the church's crusade, but how many of the people in the army do you think are from his country? The king's
Very
country?
few.
Very few.
Pendley? The Pendley's a really small kingdom.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. Fair enough.
Pendley is essentially just this. Pendley itself is a big city, but it's essentially just like the hinterlands around this city, and it's just lucky to be in an advantageous trading port.
Have you, by any chance, made a world map?
I actually haven't yet. I'm going to do that for next time, though, I promise.
All right.
Come on, Ash, let's go back.
And the place is currently basically besieged by a crusading army.
That's why randos aren't just allowed in the city.
Sargon, if you wanted to give me a basic layout, I might be able to make a really high quality one. I used to do that a lot. If I find the time.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Sure.
During the week.
That's good.
Yeah.
Arch, are you dead set on getting in here?
I'm not going to get in. Okay, you guys clearly don't quite get what I'm doing, so just don't worry.
I understand what you're doing, but it's autistic.
Coming from the guy who casts a spell in front of a goddamn shopkeeper.
This is far worse.
Oh. I'll simply just tell him again that there are interests outside that could be of use to his king. If he can't pass on the message, then fine, but that's it.
He nods in a way that seems more understanding than not, and says, "I'm afraid I can't let you in until you have patronage."
Well, yeah, but I'm not asking to be let in.
Yeah, I know, but he's saying it in a very deliberate manner.
Okay, sure.
Telling you to fuck off in a lordly way.
He's looking you direct in the eyes as if you're supposed to know what he's saying.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'll just turn around to V and go, well, I guess we can't get anything done here. I guess we'll go back to the Abbey at the outskirts of town.
Goodie. Going back to the Abbey.
Okay. Are you going back to the Abbey or not?
Going back to the Abbey.
Okay. It's dark by the time you arrive back at the Abbey.
Do I know where Devo sleeps?
You all sleep in the same room.
Lovely. I'll ride ahead and I'll search his room so he can't waste any more copper.
Arch, I can run as fast as your horse can ride.
Ooh, good call.
Actually, you can't.
Actually, you can.
Nope.
I
What's
go
your run
toward-
speed?
Go
His
towards
run
Father
speed's
Stavron.
80.
What if I hamstring the horse? I mean, I'm
What
just
if
asking.
he just picks up the horse and carries that?
Do I actually have the strength to do that?
I can gallop, which means my run speed is the double of that.
Oh, okay.
I go towards Father Stavron.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, wait. Before we get back to the Abbey, like on the walk back, since obviously I'm not keeping up with this horse, V, I'd like to actually chat with you for a bit on the road.
All right. What is it?
I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about this whole church situation?
What do you mean, my son?
Well, I feel like the bishop should have known about the dangers we were going to face in the crypts, and he didn't really say anything.
He did warn us. He said they were cursed.
Yeah, but I think you probably should have known a bit more than that, don't you?
I think he wanted the prophet to test our faith.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. Right, okay, yeah, you arrive back at the Abbey. Bishop Stavron is giving the evening mass.
I sit front seat and I listen to the mass.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when it's over, it's just the usual ceremony. When it's over, everyone, the peasantry shuffles out back to their hovels, and just the remaining staff of the Abbey are there.
I I compliment him for the sermon. It was really inspiring.
He's sort of artificially self-effacing. He's no, it was nothing.
I apologize for taking so long. Lord Arch required accompaniment.
Right, okay.
Give him the aloe vera.
Backstabbing.
Yep. You hand over the aloe vera. He gives you a small blessing and says, well done. This will certainly help the poor today, and or tomorrow even. And yeah, he says, carry on
There
about
is more I would like to discuss, Father.
What's that, my son?
I came here on a mission to go on the crusade, to go into the lands of the unholy. And
Sorry, say again.
proselytize our faith. However, it seems that the armies are just sitting here doing nothing. What's the hold?
Okay, yeah, the bishop says, as he understands it, we're still waiting for contingents from other kingdoms to arrive.
I see. Does he have any advice for me? Should I seek the protection of a lord?
It depends what you want.
To go fight the unbeliever, to spill the blood of the enemies, to see their women grovel before me.
Okay, he's not against that at all. I mean, as long as you're doing it to infidels, that's fine.
Yes, to pour my seed into as many unfaithful women and have faithful children.
He says, well, if you're looking to join the crusade and fight the unbeliever, then you probably will need to pledge fealty to a lord, yes.
They're not going to be unbelievers once I reach there. They'll either be dead or they will hold the sword in their hand praying.
Okay, but you're going to somehow need to get there. Which means getting passage on one of the ships.
Yeah, does he personally know a lord which would have me? Basically, I'm asking him if he can put a good word for me.
Well, yeah, he can write you a note of recommendation or something like that.
I take the deepest bow and I say that I would be eternally grateful.
Okay.
Also, my companions would also like to join the crusade.
The same will have to go for them. He can only write letters of recommendation for members of the church. So I mean, he can do it for you and Dev.
Okay. So basically, we could vouch for the rest if we get in.
I'm sure you could.
Right. Well, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it's possible.
Does he know the prince by any chance?
No. He doesn't know any of those lords personally. This is the first time any of them have come to Pendley. So
I see. So it's just going to be like, now we can go see the Prince Arch. See, this is how you solve the things. This is how you do shit.
No, sorry.
That's not going to see the prince, V.
I'm going to ask him if he can get us into town.
What, into the city itself?
Yes.
He says no. Unauthorized traffic into the city and out of the city is highly restricted because King Tamas is very concerned about all of the foreign soldiers on his land.
I mumble some religious text. I mumble some religious text about the kings and gods not being united and not doing their part.
He's generally sympathetic to your point of view. He just nods along. That's true. They do need to consider themselves stewards of worldly affairs. Blah 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 blah.
Right. So I guess we're waiting till tomorrow then.
Yep, that's fine. Right. Early in the morning, you get up, you go about and do your duties and your prayers, and you wash and all this sort of stuff.
Need to get up in time so I can go meet the other dude at 9.
Yes. You'll have to leave at about 7 in the morning.
The ungodly hour.
It is
Yeah,
the
you're
ungodly
up at
hour.
the crack of dawn. You're up at 5 or whatever, whenever fucking daylight.
It's when the rooster sings. See, I know these things. That's actually how they used to do things back in the day. When the rooster sings, that's when people got up.
Yeah,
Does the church have any roosters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got beehives, roosters. It's got brewery. It's an economic unit all of its own.
That was like the medieval alarm clock.
Yeah, no, I can believe it, but I'd be surprised if every settlement had a rooster nearby.
Oh, even if you don't have a
if they
rooster,
did.
your neighbors would have the rooster.
Yeah.
Right.
But right, okay, so are you going down to sorry, it was Baron Monver, wasn't it? The Veshan camp, yeah?
Yes, Baron Mover.
Monver.
Oh, Veshia. 9 o'clock. Good. Lovely.
Yes. Okay. I take it you're leaving at 7 in the morning. Give yourself plenty of time.
Yes. Barbarian, you stay here. V, you may come if you behave.
I will behave. Plus, I have letters of recommendation, which you don't.
I'm sorry, why you asked me to stay here? Is it because of the way I look?
Yes.
Wait. Am I coming along, Arch?
Is Devo coming along? Do we? Well, I guess
Not a very
two max
noble
servants
attitude
is
of you,
better than
Arch.
one.
By the way,
You
for
sure,
20
you
bucks,
sure you're a noble after all, Arch? Because I think nobles usually treat people better than that.
Wow.
You'd be fucking surprised.
In fact, the mere fact that I let you stay here under a roof already means I'm really good to you.
Well, your bourgeois friends won't be very interested once you reject this novel social status of mine.
That's true. There's definitely something interesting about a trans barbarian.
I put the miraculous sorcerer monk. I already have one. It's fine.
But by the way, for
Look at him.
$20,
He
fuck
glows
me
in
to
the
Kirk.
dark.
Yeah,
For-
but he
for
doesn't
20
prance and pick flowers, okay?
So the super chat for $20. Fuck me to Kirk. Long live Sargon.
Okay, but so yeah, who's going down? Who's going to see the Baron?
Arch.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, I'll stay behind. Usually I'm going to challenge you to an eating contest.
That's not very feminine.
You would be surprised.
It's surprisingly unclass conscious as well. All these peasants in the fucking thing. Oh, can I have some food today? I'm so hungry. And who's Dev's there with the fucking hot dogs, cramming them in. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can have an eating contest if you want, but you're probably not going to eat anything very nice. Right, okay, so Arch and V. Are you going?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Right,
Before,
okay.
I cast the spell, the same one for the charisma, before we get there when no one's looking.
You should probably cast it on me, since I'll probably be doing the speaking.
You don't have charisma.
I don't, but that's why your spell will be useful.
Can you tell me what the spell does again exactly?
Enhance ability. So
Cast two of them, just pop up.
you catch a creature and bestow upon it an enchantment. Choose one of the following. Bears endurance. The target has advantage on constitution checks. It also gains 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost when the spell ends. Bull strength.
For a minute.
The target has advantage on strength checks. Cat grace on dexterity. Eagle splendor. The target has advantage on charisma. You can also have intelligence and wisdom. So I choose the charisma.
Cast it twice.
I don't have it twice.
You have advantage on charisma checks. Okay.
Fine, I'll cast it twice.
What? Okay.
See, it'll be useful. Oh, look, Sargon changed the map.
Yeah.
I did.
Combat.
So you
Well, we should have brought Devo, I guess.
I guess not. Right, yeah. So you arrive at the camp. The guards are expecting you this time, and they bring you to the sort of inner camp area, which I'm just going to reveal so you can see some of it. And everything's basically intense because everything's temporary. But yeah, the guards just lead you to the tent after you're kept waiting for a minute before the you're ushered in, and you get to meet Baron Monva and his beautiful wife, Lady Kasana. As you walk in, Arch, Baron Monva stands up out of his desk. He's young. He's about 25 years old. He's quite slim. He's quite tall. He's dressed in fine aristocratic clothes, and his hair is trimmed in a kind of monk-like bowl cut. He's clean shaven, and he looks impeccably groomed, even down to his his nails. Everything about him is really very, very fine. And his wife is a very beautiful young woman with long red hair. She's wearing an elegant dress. and she's just poring over some notes on the table.
I instantly kneel, my lord, my lady.
Okay, Arch.
I'm more interested in the revolver lying on the table over there.
It's a good revolver, isn't it? Guess you didn't look at the details of that table too closely, friend. What are you doing?
All right. I'm assuming I know the usual courtesies of this world.
It would probably be appropriate to go Fulton knee.
Okay. In that case, I'll do that with a greeting. God bless you, sir, and introduction.
Yeah, he says, well met. My name's Baron Monver. Stand. He orders you to stand up.
Very nice of him. We'll stand up.
He says, I've not heard of your house before, but I've, your papers were legitimate and you requested an audience. So what can I do for you?
Should we not try to see a wisdom save if we can avert our looks from the tits?
I'll just assume you've got some self-control. But you can stare all you want. I mean, it's just going to be really rude.
If they're really good tits.
See, this is the problem. Sargon asks us to do fucking investigation checks to ask for a blacksmith, but this, which would actually require a wisdom
honestly,
check.
Right? Honestly, like if it was my campaign.
Go on then, make a check. Can I not stare at her massive rack?
It depends how good the rack is. Maybe it's like a difficult check, you know?
It's quite difficult to not at least have a glance.
At least it's not a fail.
That is a fail.
No, I mean it's not a critical fail.
Oh right, yeah, no, it's not.
My face is not between her tits.
But more importantly, what can he do for you, Arch?
Well, first I shall seize the opportunity to virtue signal and excuse the manners of my manservant.
Well, hold on, you didn't make your save.
Exactly.
Then let's have to do the save.
It's an automatic pass.
Yeah, the guy's kind of looking down his nose at V and just says, "Does your servant need to wait outside?"
V, behave.
I apologize, my lord. My thoughts were thinking.
He suggests that perhaps you could do with some more time in prayer.
I nod. The devil is strong.
I do apologize. He's not quite housebroken yet, but we're working on it.
The Baron says, "Don't worry, I have a cousin like that."
Okay. Well, my lord, we've recently arrived, and we found ourselves in a bit of a position. It would appear as if everyone has aligned themselves with one lord or another, and naturally, we are considering doing the same.
Okay, he asked you where you're from.
France.
Can I roll a performance to tell the epic tragedy of our village as it was being raped and butchered by?
I don't know why you say village when you're talking about the death of a kingdom. It's just city. Your capital fucking city was taken and raped to death.
So can I use
you can roll, yeah.
To give to try to get him to tears, basically.
Yes, you can.
So it's 22 because.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's. I mean, you start slow, you start soft, as if and you ease him into your idyllic life back in your old kingdom, and then the evil Urasu came, and they came and fucked everything up. And by the end of it, his wife's shedding tears in the background, and he looks downcast as fuck. He's just like, I am sorry. We are going to defeat these heathens. Let's go.
Yeah, and I finish on a high note that I want to butcher every last one of them, put them to the sword. And
someone in the chat's just like, then the Muslim came. Pretty then the Muslim came. Think Spain in the 7th or 8th centuries. That's all I'm saying, okay?
Salatin, this army Bayazid came.
Basically, yes. And everyone got raped to death, and it was no one lived happily ever after.
Like
basically,
a pyramid of heads stack up this high that a man on a horse couldn't see past.
Oh yeah, you can elaborate with all kinds of details of that, and most of them will be true. So By the way, yeah, just so you know, this crusade is totally just, and you know firsthand that this is a just crusade.
What do you
So-
mean this crusade?
Well, I mean, there might be other
All
crusades. that aren't-
crusades are just.
I'd love quote Uzzah on that, please. All crusades are just.
Listen, Iraq
It's,
deserved it.
But yeah, you give him quite a heroic account. It's moving. Even brings his beautiful wife to tears.
I give V a little bit of applause. Yeah, this is why we keep him around.
Drama queen, well done. Yep.
The charisma cleric.
Well, we can mark one mark on the list of times V's charisma was useful.
Well, if
Made
I would
a
have,
woman cry.
if I would have opportunities to use it more often, I would.
But he, come the end of the story, the Baron just says, "Well, what is it I can do for you?"
Let's see. I don't want to say we want to serve him right away. We want to kind of imply it and dance around the subject a little bit. We request information, guidance, if at all possible, since we've been unable to gather much information about what's going on due to the somewhat balkanized situation. My friend here, point to be, was saying that the crusade does not seem to have moved on and so on. And after hearing our tragic backstory, you can understand our urge to wreak vilest vengeance upon the barbarian filth.
Expensive.
Okay, Uzlu, you're not actually there, so I'm gonna have to ask you to stop jumping.
I know.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, the Baron, he seems reasonably sympathetic to you. Actually, he just says, I understand where you're coming from, but unfortunately, it takes a long time to mobilize the number of men we're going to need to be able to retake the kingdom. So, I'm afraid we're probably going to be stuck here for the next 2 or 3 months before we go anywhere.
Is there anything at all we could do to help proceedings?
He just shrugs. Not that he can think of.
How about your own personal affairs? We are more than willing to help out in these matters, since we are so very desperate to wreak havoc upon the heathens.
He looks a bit confused and then says, "Are you asking me if you can pledge fealty?"
Well, no.
I don't want to pledge fealty. Like, if you're going to choose a different house, that's fine, but the tits are here, so.
Yeah, but
Do you want to know something, V? Right? When I asked Ritualist to do the character icon, he was like, "How much of a distraction do you want to make it for V?" I'll just read it verbatim. Actually, yeah. Look, what do you say exactly? Let me just get up. So it was just like, how does he know you so well?
I nod. I say that yes, I personally want to pledge fealty. And
Yeah.
I also
How much of an eye candy do you want the Baron's wife to be? Let's test V's vow of celibacy.
I also inform him that I'm sanctioned by the church to be able to cast holy spells.
Okay. Are you asking to pledge fealty to the Baron?
Yes.
Arch? This is your servant. You're the one who pledges fealty, not V.
yes, I know. I looked strangely at me for a moment.
Why is my manservant talking so much?
Well, I'm not his manservant. I'm actually sent here by the church. I have a letter of recommendation.
Are you not his squire or some sort of assistant? 'Cause you're not a noble, V. And you're an acolyte in the church. You are dog's body level in the church.
Even with the letter of recommendation?
Yes, it means, look, I have a loyal dog's body here who can do dog's body work. He's trustworthy as a dog's body.
Fine.
You've literally, you're day one in the church. You've achieved nothing for the church yet. And you're like, yeah, I've got my letter record. Okay. Doesn't mean
That means something. I can cast spells.
Someone from the chat's like, maybe Arch should just put a leash on V. Also, are there any republics in this world? I'm not interested in getting to Arch and V's bondage sessions, but there are republics, yeah.
And there are bondage sessions, trust me.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Baron wants to know if you want to pledge fealty to them.
Okay, I am assuming V didn't speak.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that most of what V actually says takes place in his own head.
Okay. So while V is imagining pledging fealty to the pair of Raxabe, the tits,
Sorry, carry on.
I look a little bit surprised and go like, "My lord, I'm honored you would suggest it, but as I mentioned, we are currently a little bit ill-informed of the current going-ons. It is such a large commitment. I could not possibly commit to that, nor do I think you would wish me to commit to such a thing without a bit more knowledge about the situation."
He seems to be warming to you. He seems to quite like your attitude, and basically says as much. He's just like, I don't normally. I would normally require some sort of service for you to prove your worth, but I mean, we are short-handed around here, and I'm certainly interested in seeing you prove your worth if you wish.
Let's see. Well, yes. I would be delighted to render you some service to prove myself for any future endeavors or relationships we may have.
So you do want to pledge fealty, or do you just want to do you just wish to do him a favor?
Yeah, it's in the name of gathering information about him and his group, I guess.
Right. Okay. I mean,
How do I say it? Okay, I'll be fairly clear. Like, we've kind of moved off the subject of fealty directly, but I am interested in rendering any service I can, and if I can prove myself to him, then gladly.
Okay. He says, okay, give me a second.
During this second, I'm going to share another artwork. I posted it in the chat. The lighter side of roleplay. Excuse me while I pick some flowers, Uzulu.
I love the dyed hair. I think it's just the fucking best. Right, yeah, he finds a scroll on his desk and hands it to you. It's got a rough sketch of a man on it, a fairly rough-looking man, I guess. And he says, "This is find out what his name is. This is Sir Jan, and he has stolen a chest of silver from me, and he has fled. This happened 3 days ago. I don't know where he is, but if you can bring back the chest of silver, and him preferably with it, but his head will do, then I shall greatly reward you."
I look at it in shock, like, how ghastly thievery from a noble person such as yourself. No, this is surely a wrong that must be righted.
Should have thought copper.
Stolen money. God fuck his very soul.
I
he broadly agrees with
Do
you.
not take the Lord's name in vain, even if you are a lord. You are still a subject of God.
Shh, slave.
Do not blaspheme. Do not take the Lord's name in vain. Do not covet thy neighbor's wife.
The wife don't.
But yeah, he says if you can find him, bring him back, and bring the silver back, then you'll be rewarded.
Well, any information where?
Yeah, as far as he knew, he was fleeing to the mountains towards the east.
Killing people is always fun. Plus,
He's not just like the thing is, right, this Sir Jan has like he's broken all sorts of oaths and bonds of loyalty. He's betrayed his lord, he's stolen from him, he's murdered guards, and now he's on the run with, he's lordless, so he's, I don't know, what a hedge knight, I think he'd be called. And
Jew,
yeah, so he's
filthy.
basically up shit creek.
I raise my voice in anger. thou who steals from a fellow of the faith shall have his hand cut.
Head cut, I think, would be
Hand, no.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he's broken bonds of fealty, which is way more important.
Yes, V, you need to take this more seriously, manservant.
I only take what the Lord commands me. If the laws of man demand a head cut, then those are the laws of man. Religion demands that his hands be cut.
Okay, well, you can cut off his hand if you need to.
I will.
Okay, that's true. The religious law would dictate that. Okay, so he says, I mean, if you can bring him back, then I'll reward you, obviously. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
Our party members told him about.
What?
If we swear filthy, there's going to be this barbarian with tits and stuff.
Yeah, we'll let that be a surprise.
Very well.
No, I would like to request information about the political situation within the camp. I suggest I've seen some friction between the various factions. And while I would not like to think ill of the well, that's a distracting thing you put on the screen there, Sargon.
Yeah, as you're busy asking a political question, suddenly from
A
behind
Jew
you,
steps in with a massive iron nose.
yeah, well, this a very sort of raspy voice from behind you, talking specifically to the Lord, to the Baron, says, "My Lord, I need to speak with you." And you turn around and you see a little thin man who's wearing black robes with his bald head with a cap over it and a long, ugly face. And he appears to be missing his nose, which he's got underneath, which is obviously underneath a metal cap where his nose once was.
But I won't.
Sorry?
I could heal that, but I won't.
You can't just heal a missing limb. He's not wounded. I mean, whatever had happened to him must have happened a long time ago.
We really need to discuss how magic works in this world.
Yeah, okay, but you can't just regenerate someone's nose.
Via reaches out to try and touch his fucking horribly scarred face, and I slap him down.
I'm not touching
Stop.
anything. Jesus Christ! Stop imagining things.
But yeah, the Baron says, yes, Amal, do come in. And he says, well, thank you for coming down. And he shakes your hand, Arch. As I said, he seems to be rather fond of you. And he says, I certainly hope you can bring Sir Jan to justice.
Of course, my lord. We will do our very best to correct these injustices. Then I guess we curtsy and leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you walk past the man in black robes, he just puts his hands together and bows to you and says, "My lord."
I'll give him a courtesy in return.
You don't have to. You're the lord. You don't have to do that.
If I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Recognize him as being a priest of a higher rank than you, though.
Ah, he's a priest. V, bow to your master.
Do I recognize his status?
Yeah, the charm he's wearing around his neck. He holds a particular title called devotee, which is quite esoteric.
Do I know anything about it?
Not massively so. I mean, you're not a devotee. You're new to the church, but you recognize it. You would definitely recognize it as being something. It'd be like someone coming in with an FBI badge or something like that.
Well, I assume that since I'm an apprentice or an acolyte, whatever he is, he's higher than me, so I just bob my head.
Well, this is what I mean. It's like if this was your first day as a police officer and someone came in with an FBI badge, you'd probably be a bit like, oh, this person is something.
I take a respectful bow and I say, Father. As I walk up.
He just touches your forehead and says, carry on, acolyte. I take you guys are leaving, yes?
What devotees are.
Sorry?
I'm going to ask the bishop what devotees are.
Okay, but you are leaving, yes?
Yes, we'll leave. I'll shy away from V a little bit, having been touched by the Eternal Jew.
Well, this guy doesn't qualify for being a Jew because he hasn't got a nose. Which is, honestly, it's the funniest joke the alt-right have, and I can't really make it because then people go, oh, you're all right. It's just funny. Okay?
I mean-
Making fun of people is funny.
I would argue that he has a nose enhancement in the form of a big metal nose.
No, it's not even like, when your nose would come out, it's just a flat cap that covers his nose.
Ah, that's destroyed all of my dreams.
Yeah, he doesn't echo when he walks, unfortunately. Right, okay, yeah. So I take it you're heading back to Pendley Abbey.
Yep.
Right, okay.
I've got 2 more arts.
Oh, right, okay.
There's a lot of art in this one.
That's cool.
I look for Father Stavron.
Yep, he's there.
What is a devotee?
The first one is V and the boobs. And the second one, Uzalu's quote, all crusades are just
Deserved it.
That's great. That's fucking great. I love it. All crusades are just. I love that's so great. That's exactly the right attitude, Uzalu.
I love the
Crusader,
I love the reply to
transgender
that
have ever
one.
been.
Wait, let me show you the reply because
Yeah, go on.
it's in the
What
right
is the
side.
reply? Oh, the animated GIF.
Right. So you were
So I
back.
asked- I told Father Stavron I met this individual. He looked as if he's part of the church, but I couldn't get his rank, and I described the insignia he has.
Yeah, he says that's a devotee. They are special agents of the patriarch.
Patriarchy?
Yeah,
No, it's the Pope basically.
yeah, it's the head of the church,
So it's basically like an inquisition.
kind of.
Okay. Yeah, I smile and I say I did show him the respect he deserves.
The bishop says that's wise. He
What power
says,
do they-
you should be very wary of devotees.
Do they? What power do they have? Political, I mean.
Well, they answer exclusively to the patriarch.
So a lot, basically. Try not to piss him off, V, please.
I will.
You will. That's good.
Right. Okay. Right. So what are you doing?
Let's wait one day and then tomorrow go to the mountains.
Before we go to the mountains, we should head into town one more time, ask around for an armorer first, and then check if anybody has any additional information.
Well, actually, I'll ask Father Stavron for an armor because we're here and he probably knows it. I tell Father Stavron that we sought the patronage of one of the lords, and he gave us.
Well, we didn't secret. Stop saying that, bad person.
Well, telling to the father. Shush.
V, stop giving away artist plans.
He sent us on a quest in order to find an armor. So if Jesus, I'm tired. Shut the fuck up. Sent us on a quest in order to find someone who stole money from him, and we would like to gear up before going in to do a citizen's arrest. Does he know?
You don't need the citizen's arrest.
Does he know where we can find an armorer?
He just shrugs and says, "In the market, I would assume."
We looked around a lot, couldn't find it.
And, well, okay, I don't know. You'll have to go to the market.
I nod.
Well,
By citizen's arrest, do you mean citizen's decapitation?
Yes.
it's 2 hours there to the town and 2 hours back at,
It's only like
Nine.
11 in the morning.
right. Well, we're turning around, V.
I also asked him one more question. If he knows the faith of the city of Abla.
The city of Arbalan.
Yeah, the one with the zombies.
Oh, well, yeah, they would have been a Rothian.
What?
They
They'd have
weren't
been your
heathens.
faith.
Goodness.
No, they're your faith.
Exactly.
No, the one.
Everyone in the local vicinity will be of your faith.
No. The one with the zombies that almost killed us.
Yeah, they
Yes.
weren't zombies, but
What
they were God-fearing Erothians, man.
Okay, so why were they attacking us then?
Good question.
Last time we checked, the city was burning, which is why I asked him if he knows the fate of it.
Oh yeah, the city burned down. Like you will see, like villagers from other towns came to burn the city down because they thought it was cursed.
Mm-hmm. I think it was an enemy attack.
Okay,
Oh,
that's some nuts conjecture you have there, V.
Well, something.
I mean,
tell
would
the
that
soldier.
explain the children that you killed?
What? That did not happen.
I am asking out of character here because I wasn't there, of course, but I'm just curious.
Did not happen. It did not. Okay, let's go to the mark.
I did not get a tally on my arm for the number of children I killed. You're just wrong.
The orphanage.
And when you say the children I killed, you mean the children who beat the living shit out of me to an inch of my life?
You got the shit bitten out of you by children? What a pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you spent the other half of that very video hiding from the children. Not a proud moment.
Or demonic children. Or like the children of the corn moment.
Right,
He
so
starts
you're,
the campaign
you're going
playing
back.
hide and seek for his life.
You're going back to the crusading camps, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Pinky, Blackie, come along. We might need your investigation rolls.
Good nicknames. Right, okay, are you guys all going, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, 2 hours
The-
later, you arrive at the market again. It's about 1:30 in the morning, in the afternoon.
Ha.
Our food coma has passed.
Yep. Yeah,
I
you
investigate.
visit the cesspit and deliver the largest shit known to man. Okay, so whose investigation was that?
Mine.
And what are you investigating for?
The armorer.
What do you mean, the armorer?
An armory.
There are loads of armorers.
Anyone.
Yeah, but
The
no,
closest
don't
one.
you have a specific need?
We're looking
Yes,
for one
someone-
that's
someone
specifically
that can-
specialized in turning corpses into shields.
Yes.
Right. Okay. You approach the armorers with the carapace of the ankeg that you have, and each one that says you the forge you have just won't be able to work this. You'll need to find somewhere specialized.
Does he know of a specialist?
Yes, probably in the retinue of a lord.
Well, for the love of fuck.
I guess let's go do the quest then.
Well, I did ask you. It's like when we were there. It's like let's ask the Lord for the armor. No, V. No, we're not going to do that. We're
He's
gonna
not
get
going to
that.
let us use his armor.
At least not without sucking his dick first.
Well, you were
Exactly.
sucking his
Which
dick
is
pretty
what we're after
well.
now.
He could have warmed up to it. I asked the armor if he has any medium leather.
Medium, well, just leather armor.
Yeah, or can my character wear mail without penalty?
Well, you're a cleric, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So I don't get
Sargon.
penalty.
If I wear a dress, do I get the unarmored penalty still?
Yes.
Good. Not penalty,
Ooh.
bonus.
Yeah, I know what you mean. A dress isn't armor.
Good.
You cannot wear mail, V, without a penalty. It'll inflict a disadvantage on stealth. You can wear a chain shirt, however, without it.
Which is the one that gives me bonus for dexterity?
Well,
And
they
neither of them do.
a 2 bonus for your dexterity. What's your dexterity?
Really high. Let me check.
So you've got the worst cleric build I've ever seen in my life.
19 dexterity.
you honestly just I've had so
Heresy.
dexterity of 19.
Oh,
You're
those
the
were the
one
rolls.
character in the entire
That's how
party
the
who can
dice
wear heavy
fall.
armor.
That's how the dice fallen. That's how it is.
I mean, like, just if you just put, like, I don't know, just charisma in your constitution, your dexterity and your strength, and then left your wisdom as it is, you'd have a really solid fighting cleric. But instead,
I mean, that strength would be hilarious. I mean, if you could get one more point, you would have a 20 strength character.
you
Good
would be the
fucking
Arnold
God.
Schwarzenegger of the world. You,
Blasphemy.
Listen, V is so good at D&D, he had to hamstring himself.
That's
So,
true.
do you want me to get a leather and get bonus from Dex Arch, or should I just get mail?
It depends on what you want to spend, because the price jumps pretty severely. If you want like padded or leather, like I have, that's just 10 gold. If you want a chain shirt, that's 50.
He'll only get a max of two of his dexterity modifier, though.
Yes, on a chain shirt.
Yeah.
A chain shirt is dexterity for modifier 2, no more.
There's no point in getting anything other than studded leather.
Okay.
Well, studded leather is, I don't know, maybe the money is better saved because it's 35 more gold for one armor class. That's gold you could be using on a shield and a weapon.
I can't use shield. I have a crossbow.
You have a melee weapon.
I use the crossbow.
Okay, you use the crossbow.
So, what, are you getting some leather armor, or are you not?
Yes, I am getting leather. How much?
What, normal leather or studded leather?
Which one is better? Studded, I guess.
Studded.
How much is it?
45 gold pieces. Actually, no,
That's
that's not
like-
true. It's more than 45 gold pieces. It's 75 gold pieces.
Okay, like, listen, my good man. As a member of the church, there's a lot of faithful that are coming on my way. I could recommend your shop if you give me a discount.
It's just a stall. But the tradesman just leans forward and says, "Listen, my good man, this place is packed out, and I will have customers all day, every day. And if you leave and never come back, then it won't matter to me a bit.
Listen, my good
It's a
man.
seller's market here."
What if I bless all of your weapons, and then you can sell them more expensively because they're blessed armor?
What if I just tell people they're already blessed?
You've come across the most
I-
astute salesman on the fucking
I-
planet.
I-
You place
frown
the
as
leather
I
and
look
say,
at
for
them.
example, this is a blessed suit of studded leather. Only 75 gold
I
pieces.
frown as I
Blessed,
look
you
at
say?
him, and I show him my official papers from the church. Are you saying you are lying to the faithful that these weapons and armors are blessed when they are not?
Are you saying you would be lying to a small businessman?
Shouldn't I get the roll for that or anything?
If you want. You're the one who started chatting your ass. And that's a good persuasion. Okay, hang on. Let me,
Did I just catch him trying to swindle the faithful and lie about using church prayers
we'll
and
see.
blessings when he isn't?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
In fact, it looks
he just smiles at you and says, 75 gold pieces, take it or leave
Fine.
You sure it's not 80 gold pieces now?
it. Yeah, exactly. Be thankful.
V, that is so much more than you should be paying for 12 armor. Ask him for the price of leather.
What is the price of leather, my good man?
30 gold pieces.
There you go. I just saved you a fuck ton of money.
Suddenly.
It's because it's blessed leather.
Can I make a religion check to see if it's really blessed or not?
It's obviously not blessed.
Okay. So I will take the letter then.
Okay, 30 gold pieces.
Right.
You get 11 plus your dexterity modifier as your armor class.
So how the fuck does that work?
Your basic armor class is 10. Now it's 11. And then you add your dex.
Well, I have 14 armor class already, so
So now you have 15.
okay. Can I get anything else like boots or a helmet?
Yeah, but they don't add to your
This is D&D, not some actual role-playing game, V.
yeah.
So what exactly do they do?
Literally nothing.
I think like the helmet would save you from critical hits.
Yeah, used to in earlier versions, but it doesn't do that now.
Yeah, V, you haven't had very good experiences with helmets in D&D, have you?
By the way, isn't it like a cardinal sin to lie that you're selling blessed shit in a world where the church is really powerful?
Yeah, but this guy doesn't care.
I know. I will rat on him to Father Stavros when I get the chance.
Right, just for funsies. I turn back to to Pinky and Blackie very conspiratoriously, and we can whisper together. So, what do you think the odds are that if we push this, the guards will side with us?
Honestly, there's quite high odds, I would say, especially since
If we start some fucking shit here, what are the odds?
Well, I will go to one of the guards actually. Anyone?
No, wait. Let's talk about it before you go off half cooked, V.
Okay.
So
There's two ways I can do this, right? Either use my booming voice and basically use some righteous hellfire outrage over what he is doing, or just go to one of the guards and be outraged over what he is doing.
I think righteous indignation is the correct call here, but how badly do you want this? Because this could turn basically every single fucking merchant in this place against us.
Well, I'd like to buy something first.
Yeah, everyone purchase, and then we can do the fuckery.
Boys, I have an idea. A lady like me can be quite presses muscular breasts together. Persuasive, if you know what I mean.
Okay, we push Uzulu out of the group and continue conspiring.
I dejectedly follow behind them. Twiddling a new flower in my hand.
Oh. I feel sad.
Okay.
I can do a Jesus and literally flip the tables and start whipping the merchants.
I don't think you can. You're not in a temple. You're in a marketplace.
I don't think
but
Jesus had
they're
much of a problem
selling
with people.
blessings, Sargon. They're taking the prophet's miracles in vain.
Literally, nobody gives a shit.
They're monetizing the prophet's ability. Well, that's the problem. That also adds to the righteous indignation. How dare they not give a shit?
Okay.
Why aren't they
Before we
offering
start something? I'm gonna look for a shop that's selling monk weapons.
Well, I mean, what weapons are you looking for specifically?
Specifically, a 3-section staff.
The fuck is a 3-section staff?
It's the same stats as it's longer than a nunchuck. It's the same stats as a quarterstaff, but it has reach and it can be concealed.
Where are you finding the rules for this?
D&D wiki under monk weapons.
Sadly, we do not utilize the D&D wiki.
Yeah, I don't see.
Before you do that, right? While we're still at this store, I want to find the guard that's nearby.
There is a guard nearby.
Okay,
I walk up to him.
I'm going to make some distance first because
I show him
He's not buying anything.
I show him my papers to prove that I'm an acolyte of the church.
He says he can't read.
Okay, I say, dear sir, I am shocked, absolutely astonished. This merchant over here is selling weapons that he claims are blessed, yet no one from the church has blessed them.
Can you actually prove this, Fee?
Yes.
You can't prove shit.
I don't think you should have said yes there. I think that was the wrong answer.
Look at my robes, young man.
V,
Do you think I dress like this for entertainment? Do you want me to bring the bishop all the way down here?
Hold on. Did you just call me young man?
Jesus Christ. We're escalating this. Right. The thing is, right, what you're doing is you're effectively got like you're going right. I've joined the cadets, the army cadets. This is like I'm on week 2.
Valor.
Here's my proof. Now I will tell you what the general wants.
This is offensive, okay? If anyone would start selling blessed weapons when they clearly aren't blessed, the prophet's power would be doubted. This will cause a massive heresy to blow into this city. This needs to be stopped right now. Stop
Chat,
that
V's trying to out social justice me.
His heretical goods.
Okay, the guard just rolls his eyes and just turns. he just thinks this is pointless bollocks.
By this point, I'm sure he knows you.
You're starting to get a reputation, V, just so you know.
I think it's time for the booming voice, V. Just heresy! Heresy!
Yeah, then everyone's going to think you're the heretic.
No,
He's some kind of tick.
no, because Sargon doesn't get me to roll on intimidation, and
You
it's
can
not
roll
going
an
to be-
intimidation if you want. You're the one who decides whether you want to try and intimidate the guards.
Can I just pick up V and walk out with him?
Yes.
I'd like to do that.
V, you understand that intimidating people is an act of aggression, don't you?
Well,
Not
yes.
very priestly.
Do you
No, I mean, I'm
understand
just-
that heresy is an act of aggression towards the church?
this is my point, right? If you think, I mean, you might think that, and there may be other people who agree with you, but trying to intimidate someone is universally understood to be an act of aggression.
No, keep going, V. There's no downside to this. Worst case scenario, the rest of us can, wrestle you to the ground and go like, "Don't worry, we have him."
Listen, V, there's two possibilities here. Either I pick you up and carry you out, or I just get the hell away from you because you're going to get yourself killed.
Well,
I'm
I don't
already
think
at a
I
safe
can get myself
distance.
killed.
I have
Like,
experience with
the,
this.
the intimidation would be that I'm going to call the bishop to come all the way down here.
He'll just say, "Do it, pussy," and then you won't.
Okay, fine. Let's just.
Listen, V, I'm a barbarian with a bra, a big metal bra and pink pigtails, and you're going to be less popular than I am here,
Fine. Let them do their heresy. Let
and
them
more
sell
easily
it.
recognizable.
Uzulu's absolutely right. Just being an insufferable social justice warrior makes you less popular than anything.
Look, I mean, I'm a transgender
yeah, but,
barbarian,
you know,
but I'm not a social justice warrior. Come on.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it should get businesses shut down if I put them on get heretics fired.
Why would you want to get businesses shut down?
Because it feels good, goddammit.
After you make a scene, the guard's just like, "Look, stop being full of shit."
Walk away.
Do you realize the SJW shutting down businesses thing only happens because the population is sympathetic to their bullshit? The population is not sympathetic to your bullshit.
You're saying the population is not sympathetic to religion.
Not
No,
sympathetic to your brand of
The
insanity.
population in a crusade is not sympathetic to religion.
No, it's the
You don't-
population in a marketplace in the middle of the day who are just trying to get their fucking jobs done.
Aren't sympathetic to
It's not-
religion.
okay, let me put it
bullshit.
this way, right? It's like a market that is selling Nazi swastikas, in Britain, in Scotland, all right?
This is not like a market selling Nazi swastikas.
It's like you claiming that the market seller is a Nazi and no
Yeah.
one really cares about Nazis.
Well, not even that. There's just no fucking evidence that he's a Nazi. So you
Yeah.
say he said to you that his weapons are blessed. Prove it.
I'm a priest. Why are you saying I'm lying?
Exactly. You can't prove anything here. There's no witness,
This was a terrible idea from step one, just saying.
Yeah. So as you
Fine,
walk
let's
away
go.
from the guard, the shop owner just smiles at you.
I look at him with disgust and I tell him that the bishop will hear about this.
The bishop will not hear about
He,
this.
he literally just tips his head back and goes, "Call the bishop."
I will.
Wow. And this is our charisma character.
Well, he's charismatic at making enemies. He's somehow made an enemy out of
You want me to accuse you of heresy as well?
V, didn't you make this character to be a cult leader? Like, you're not really gathering many followers,
My
are you?
minions are going to. Never mind.
He's quite low level as of yet. A cult will take time to build.
Let's
But,
go.
where are you going?
Before we leave,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but-
weapon.
if I can't get the weapon, that's fine.
Not that particular one, no.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it'd be an exotic weapon anyway, right?
So exotic. I've never even heard of it.
Should we get equipment packs for you two that didn't start with them?
Might be an idea.
That might be a good
I
idea, yeah.
mean, that'll get you
But-
backpacks. You can carry more stuff. That'll get you a bunch of supplies that you might need in a
Yeah.
dungeon
We
or something.
already have 2 large pack mules.
By the way, how come every single soldier Arch meets is literate, and I have to meet the only one who can't read for shit?
Well, he was meeting like party leaders.
No,
or
no,
whatever.
no. He meant like 4
We're talking
people.
about peasant
They weren't literate. He just has a seal. He has a signet ring. He is a
Lots of
nobleman.
pictures in there.
He gave him his pedigree thingies.
Yes.
I am of pedigree. By the way, let me investigate, see if there's anybody who's seen, what the fuck was his name? Jan.
Oh, Sir Jan, yes. You can do that.
Nope.
You investigate for an hour or two, and nobody has really heard of the chap.
I can
Thank you.
try as well. Hold on.
Blackie.
Sir Jan and his brother, Surgery.
I think I managed to.
No.
I'll
give it a go.
For chat, V listen and believe for $5.
No one you speak to has any idea you're talking about.
Oops, that was intimidation. Let me try investigating.
No, they don't. No one you speak to knows either.
Intimidation is a valid way of finding information.
Especially when you're that big and that black.
Anyone else?
So, sorry, what information are we looking for?
Where Sir Jan went.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, I don't suppose anyone here... we don't have any reason to believe anyone here would know, do we?
Not really.
Well, I mean, it doesn't cost anything to do it, so I might as well look around as well.
We could try to find a thieves guild or like a tavern or some shit.
That's a fail.
Not only do you not find out anything about Sir Jan, you end up offending some peasant ladies because they think that you're stealing their gender.
Well, I mean, they're not
You're
completely
stealing
wrong.
their pussy, man.
So yeah, the peasant ladies are right. 2017, 2018. Even.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no one in the marketplace really knows what you're talking about.
Well, I guess we could just go towards the mountains and ask the people around there. A guy with a big crate of silver might draw some attention, I guess.
No supplies then?
Well,
Might be
okay,
worth getting like a week's worth of food each.
let's buy you.
I've got 10 rations, and Uzulu has 10 rations. I don't know about you guys.
Good
Yeah,
luck, you guys.
I'll get 10 rations as well.
And we just gorged ourselves in an eating competition, so we'll be right for a while.
The rations are a silver piece for a day.
Okay, so 10 silver pieces then.
Well, that's why I bring up the equipment packs, because they're if you buy it as a pack, the collective stuff it costs less than buying it individually.
How much does it cost, the equipment pack?
Well, there's 7 different types, and they all range between 10 gold and 40 gold, and they got a bunch of stuff in them.
So everything in the market costs more than the listed price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's market.
Sargon's market. It's rigged again.
Sorry, guns. Here, I'll drop the link in
Supply and demand, man.
There you go. Adventuring Gear
I
link
can
in.
define the supply and the demand.
I can actually.
Yeah.
Having
good
godlike
question.
powers over the entire world actually gives me the ability to tell you that.
Not just godlike. How do I calculate whether I'm over encumbered or not?
You're not. Yeah, well, you just have to add up the fucking weight of everything, I imagine.
But what
But,
is the limit? Because we already have the weight calculated on the character sheet.
Oh, do you? I
Yeah.
have no idea. You'd have to Google it.
I think
well-
the backpack gives you 50 extra pounds.
All right, fair enough.
That's why it's
well,
important to get a pack, because the backpacks come with each one.
Well, if you don't know, then I think it's fair to say we're not doing over encumbered. Or are we? Should we do so?
We'll just carry everything.
So if
What
we're
do you
back
reckon,
at the Abbey, I go towards the father.
How did we get back here already?
I don't know,
So where are
because-
you going?
Yeah, we're still at the market, aren't we?
Yeah, I thought you were in the market.
Why do I see the Abbey then?
Because
Because
Well, are
I'm
you
not gonna
buying
market.
provisions
Oh, never
for
mind,
the
yeah.
week or not?
I drank too much.
Are you buying provisions so you can travel to the mountains?
Yes, I bought 10.
Right. So
Supplies.
you spent 10 silver pieces.
Yes.
Blessed
I'll
food.
buy-
According to the salesman, it's blessed. This food.
You can see my character's face turning red with rage.
Yeah. It's amazing how many salesmen in a market for a bunch of Crusaders will claim their things have been blessed. It's genuinely shocking, isn't it?
My outrage starts to turn towards Father Stavros, who did not get the lid on this.
You're not there. What? He's not there.
Well, you will hear about it.
Man, you
Did
have a
you
lot
know,
of tattling to
Bishop,
do when you
that
get
there are
back.
people down there lying to sell their wares?
Do you know, like, no. Let
Have you
me
ever been to a
explain
market
to you.
before?
No, hold on. Let me explain to you the economics of this shit, right?
Oh, okay.
The church is the one that makes money from giving the blessings. Them saying that it is blessed means that the church will not be able to
No
monetize
one
the
thinks the
situation?
goods are actually blessed, V.
You'd say that, but in a world where magic exists.
Scummy peasant hucksters.
Well, they could basically just say, well, we didn't send anyone to the market to bless, therefore.
Also, V, I think you could argue that you're helping the poor if you just let them embellish a bit.
Mm.
Okay, I can see I'm talking to a bunch of atheists because you don't know just how serious and offensive this shit would be to the church.
Listen, I don't think the bishop can be seen wandering down to the market and telling them all how to do their job.
The bishop would have acolytes that would do the blessings. Like, this would be an extremely good opportunity for the church to monetize it. Like, you just send acolytes to bless shit.
Are you about to propose a business venture? Business venture to the bishop.
No, the bishop already probably knows about this.
Does he already do this?
Anyway,
Is this already like an industrialized thing he's doing
it
here?
was in
Blessing
Romania. They actually bless cars for money, like €100 blessing or something.
Yeah,
right?
but that's
So
Romania.
wait, no. Listen. We're talking about modern times, right? In the age of
Yeah, I
computers
know.
and the internet. Now, imagine the medieval time.
Yes,
wouldn't wanna be in medieval
people
Romania.
shouldn't be saying that these things are all blessed.
Yeah,
But the
is
problem is
heresy,
no
right?
one can prove that they weren't because you don't know where they came from. And everyone says it, and everyone knows it's just a lie.
Doesn't matter. The priest would be infuriated.
Autism, I love it.
V, what-
V,
You know, I can literally make a spell that forces and compels them to tell the truth.
yes, you can, and it would be hilarious for you to do so.
V, what's your intelligence? Because are you just upset that you haven't figured out that it was all a lie?
It's a 9. No, that's the point.
V,
I
do you
figured
not
out.
do you not have grifters in Romania?
Fucking
Do you
God.
have anything but
I did
grifters in
figure out
Romania?
it's a lie, which is why it's heresy.
Yeah, exactly, and that's fine, but you know he's lying. Everyone knows he's lying. I wouldn't get so autistic about it, but I do love that you are.
I also love that your character is significantly less intelligent than mine, V.
Are we going to the mountains or are we going
Okay,
to
okay. If
Carl
nobody
Heinrich a
else
little
is
bit more?
buying supplies, I'm gonna get a climber's kit
Right,
and a
okay.
block and tackle.
A climber's kit.
You know,
Well,
I'll,
someone's
where's-
played
where's
D&D
that?
before.
I'll drop the link. You know, it's the same link.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
in-
I
it's
see,
in Skype. Yeah.
I'm going to go make a daisy chain if you don't mind.
Good luck finding some daisies.
Shit.
Yeah, a climber's kit will cost you 5 silver pieces.
See, look from the
Foiled.
chat. I love how V has gone on a massive tirade against illegitimate blessings. I'm starting to think V is an actual acolyte. Goddamn right.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
I don't have any silver. I just have copper and gold.
Well, goddamn, you'll have to change in some of your gold. Well, it's what is it 100 gold pieces, silver pieces for gold? I think it is
Okay, so 99 gold.
90 gold.
You got a super chat, by the way.
90 silver. Sorry.
Yeah, and
So
96.
for $10, Sargon the Kumite calls you. Only a true leader of the Liberalists can hit the
Yeah,
ball.
I'm not going on some Jerry Springer thing. So.
You can bring Louis with you.
Nah, I'm cool. It just seems like Jerry Springer thing. I'm gonna do the stream about that tomorrow because I forgot I was doing this today. But
We
anyway,
get climbing boots, climbing gloves.
Yeah.
But how much does the block and tackle cost?
don't know what's the regular price of it.
Doesn't say in the link. It says block and tackle. A set of pulleys with a cable threaded through them and hooked to attach objects. Block and tackle allows you to hoist up to 4 times the weight you can normally lift.
I'll give you 5 silver for that.
Sounds good.
I like the way you're gearing up here. Sounds like you have a plan.
V use the power of a god for discount blasphemy.
V,
Well, I-
go buy us a tent.
I offered everyone else to buy adventuring pouches and no one wanted to, so I'm gonna get what we need, I think.
Can we
Well,
get
I
away
think
from this heretical place, please?
No, you know what? I think we should shop for a while. just because V doesn't want to.
Yeah, that's the reason. It's just because V doesn't want to.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. It's not like I want to buy women's clothes or anything.
It's not like I want to see a tailor or anything. Okay, so yeah. Anything else you need to get?
I think I'm set, but you guys might want to get something.
You all have food and equipment. I mean, Arch.
I bought 10 rations.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
do you
should
want to
be
get a
fine with what
weapon
I've
or
got.
something? I mean, don't you have just a short sword?
Yeah, but I can't afford anything.
Why not?
Because I didn't get 100 gold.
Haven't you been dewing up everyone else's money?
Copper and silver? You were really stingy in that labyrinth. Even while stealing everything everybody found, I only got 3 silver and 58 copper.
What you?
What do you need, my son?
I still didn't actually get an answer on how much money I have.
Well, how much did you start with on the barbarian kit?
None.
I guess you started with no money then.
Let me
Okay.
find out. I'll pickpocket Uzulu. How much did I find?
You find very empty pockets with strange bulges.
Well, shit. Your poor friend.
Can we go to the mountain and do something exciting today?
I don't know. If I were you, Arch, I'd be demanding a bit of communism or something. You can probably find a rapier for about 35 gold pieces.
I'll buy you one. Yes.
Buy me a sharp stick.
I tried to haggle. Well, never mind. This is Sargon's market. Won't work.
You can
I'll
haggle
buy
if you want.
No, it doesn't work. I'll buy it for 35.
Okay, you found a blessed rapier for 35 gold pieces.
Buy
Okay.
I asked him, what is the name of the priest that blessed it? And my eyes literally go.
Just how blessed are we talking here?
He,
I'll try and haggle it at least.
he appears to make up a name.
Hold on. Someone in the chat, and I remember this. Someone in the chat says V owes Arch 25 gold from.
I did give him those. Yeah, I deducted them from my gold. So you have 25, and I guess 10 more.
You can try haggling if you want.
I didn't give him 25 gold. I gave him 12.
Okay, fine. I will say 30 gold, and I will not tell the bishop that they're not really blessed.
Okay, roll. He says, deal.
Ugh, there we go.
That's good persuasion roll. But yeah, okay, 30 gold.
So Arch, I will take 10 more from me, and you give all from you.
You
See,
do
Arch-
know I didn't get any gold, right?
Well, you should have added because I deducted 30 from me.
Arch, I would have no problem giving you
confused.
gold, but a lot of my money has been disappearing lately, and I don't know why.
Yes, and it's going to continue to disappear as well, I suspect.
Come on, let's go.
Who's paying for Archer's rapier?
I did.
Right, okay. Okay, well, you have a blessed rapier, Arch. It's looks really like a regular rapier, but
But it's going to do holy damage.
no, not technically true.
I'm assuming V hands it to me. Here's the blessed rapier, which means I'm going to think it's a blessed rapier.
You,
No, I
you
will
could say
say no.
conceptually any damage it does is holy because of the quest you're on, but I mean in reality it just does piercing damage.
No, I say here's a heretical rapier.
Okay, it does heresy damage then.
It's still D8, but it does have finesse, which is nice.
I've got another artwork here, which I've
Uh-huh.
posted. Damn you, Ritualist.
V was autistic about the merchant lying about the blessings, but before that he was passing off his spells as miracles. $5. The other one is Sargon Senpai, please plug your subreddits Discord, GG, KFB.
Okay, well the
do what
link's
it's
in the
supposed to
thing.
do.
I haven't been there, but
Yes.
right, okay. So do you guys need to go buying anything else?
No, let's do something exciting.
Okay, well we'll do something exciting next time because it's 10 o'clock here.
Fucking I hate this shopping. I really despise the shopping missions. Like we need to find a way to
Well,
like shop.
all right, calm down. You still each gain 25 experience for your day's work.
Can
This
I at
entire
least go
session
to
was
Stavron and bitch?
this entire session was clerical in more ways than one.
Yes. But you are prepared for the hunt, I suppose. So that's good. I mean, how much money do you have left for each? Just out of interest.
49.
Okay.
And 90 silver.
God, how have you amassed such a fortune?
I've got 99 gold,
It was
85
100.
silver.
Okay, so it was 100 in the beginning, plus the 10 for the aloe vera, and then it was minus
Well-
35 for the rapier. And how much was the leather?
V, I bought the aloe vera because you scared the guy.
Wait,
Oh,
did
so
you
then I
buy
have,
the
like-
leather in the end?
Then I have 59.
Right, okay. I was just checking. I didn't know. I didn't. I was just asking. But right, okay. So you are you going to go back to the Abbey, or do you want to stay in the market?
Yeah, absolutely furious. Like I burst open the doors. I'm ready.
You furiously marched 2 hours back to the Abbey.
Like I is Father Stavron alone?
Well, he's not alone, but he's in the Abbey.
Like Father, can I speak with you?
Okay.
There is
What's
heresy
wrong?
going around that market, Father. They're lying that they're selling blessed weapons in the name of the church.
Yeah, he seems like you say there's heresy going on. And he suddenly his interest is piqued, and then when you say that the vendors are lying about whether the weapons are blessed or not, he just kind of goes, right, okay. Yeah.
Didn't the prophet went with the whip and flipped the tables?
Yeah,
in the market?
he gives you some quotes from the Bible, the Evangelion, but he basically gives you a quote that just says the flesh is weak. They will have to repent on Judgment Day. Blah 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 blah.
I say, Father, since they're already doing this, would it not be possible to send some acolytes to actually give the blessings, and then the money we can make can be used to help the poor?
He says
Extract money from the poor to help the poor.
Extracting money from the merchants to help the poor.
They're not as poor.
he says that the merchants would have to pay us.
Of course.
Yeah, but why would they do that? If their weapons are already blessed, as they claim.
Well, surely if the acolytes would claim otherwise and then get proper blessings, they will have.
He just smiles at you and just says, "I understand the impetus of your faith, but it's silly what you're doing."
Suggest he instead set up a stall saying, "Check if your weapon is really blessed here." 10 copper.
That is like a really good point. It's like, my lord, suggested that we can send an acolyte that actually knows if a weapon is blessed or not.
This is turning into a Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah, it is.
No, but it is like a good point. And that way they will have to get actual blessings.
Which, of course,
But it's actually a spell in
is
this
offered.
game. But by the way, there is a spell in this game which is blessed weapons, so it's not something that's out of the ordinary.
Well, it's out of the ordinary, but yeah, I know what you mean. But okay, well, we'll leave you guys at Penderley Abbey then, and I guess you can go and ruin the economy of the Crusaders market next week. See you guys all then.